Good morning to one and all dear students. Did you all receive your marks? Are you happy with your marks? That's good. Okay, fine. Students, today we are going to continue with the same chapter, more about MSPPT. What is MSPPT? Yes, it's nothing but Microsoft PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so first let us discuss what we studied, then we will move on to today's portion. Okay, so today we will be completing the portion. So be ready with a pen also. At the end of the chapter, we will do the exercise questions as well. Okay, fine students. So we are studying about PowerPoint. Okay, so it's a presentation software as I said. You can add many slides as you like, and each and every slide you can add a text messages, or you can add a picture, images, clip art, any shapes. Okay, you can apply design, you can add audios, videos, animations, and everything. And in this chapter, the very first topic we covered is working with slides. Working with slides. Okay. How to work with the slides. So we have n number of slides. We may have created a 3 slides or 5 slides or 10 slides in a presentation. So how to work with all the slides in a presentation, the easy way of working. That is what we first covered. So firstly, we studied about how to create a duplicate copy. To create a duplicate copy, what you have to do? Select the slide which you want to make a duplication, right click, select the duplicate option. Okay, so the very first thing is duplicate. Duplicate slide. And the same thing, without the right click, we can use it with a shortcut key, Control plus D. Because duplicate first letter, it's D. So shortcut key is CTRL, Control D is the shortcut key. Then, how to copy a slide? Right click on it, copy. Wherever you need, right click on it, paste. Otherwise, Control C and Control P. Okay. Then we studied about how to delete a slide. Then we studied about deleting. Delete a slide. Two methods we studied. One is right click and delete. Another one is select the slide, click on the delete key on the keyboard. Okay. So two methods. One is select the slide first, then right click, delete. Delete option you have to choose. Otherwise, select it, then delete key on keyboard. You have to click on the delete key on keyboard. So this is the second one we studied. Then very important thing is moving a slide. So how to move a slide? To move a slide. So moving in the sense changing the position, the place of a slide from one place to another place, from top to bottom or bottom to top. That is called moving a slide. So how to do it? For that, just click whatever slide you want to move it. First click on it. That means selection. Then click and drag it to the place where you need and release the mouse pointer. The slide will change its position. Got it? Okay. Then what else we studied? Only these things, right? So we studied about how to duplicate a slide, how to delete a slide, and how to move a slide. These three comes under working with slides. And also you have to keep it in mind about the shortcut keys we studied. Control C to copy a slide, Control plus X to delete a slide, okay, then Control plus P to paste a slide and everything, then Control plus D to cut a slide, then Control plus Z to undo an activity. Clear? Okay, so these are the things we covered with working with slides. The next topic we covered is customizing the slide. So as I said, customizing the slide, it's similar to formatting the Word document. So Word document formatting means making it attractive. Similarly, customizing means making an attractive look to the presentation. Colorful and meaningful look to the presentation. It's called customizing the slides. In this, first we studied about how to change the size of the slide. Okay, how to change the size of the slide. Changing the size. Changing slide size. Okay, we studied about how to change the slide size. Okay, so there are two types of slides I have shown. One, it's like a square. Another one, it's like a portrait, rectangle. Do you remember? In Windows 13, it's a portrait. It's a big screen, 4 is to 16 slide. Okay, by default, which is 4 is to 16. We can just convert it into 2 is to 4. Can convert into 2 is to 4. So how to do it is, you have to go to design tab. Have to go to design tab, then customize group, then you can see slide size icon, click on it and select the slide size. Many sizes are there, you can choose what you need. Clear? So that is the first thing we studied. The second thing, how to apply the background color. So second thing is background color. So for this background color also, we can give a solid fill. Only solid fill is given in your text, but I have demonstrated how to give a textures, gradient fill, and taking an image, picture file and put it as a background. So everything I have shown in the demonstration. For this also you have to go to customize. Everything is under, design tab. For this also you have to go to design tab, customize group, then format background icon. Clear? Okay. Then you can apply themes to the slides. You can apply themes. For themes also you have to go to design tab. Okay. Then you can see the slide themes. Then there you can see so many themes will be there. Click on more option. You can select any theme as you like for your presentation. Okay. Then we studied about how to add a word art text. How to add word art text. You can add a new word art text. Otherwise, if it's a PowerPoint, everything is a text box. Whatever you are typing is everything is inside the text box. So select the text box, then select the text inside the text box, then go to insert tab or format tab. Okay, then go to word art. Select the type of word art you need. Clear? So that's the way we use a word art. So these are the things we covered, and keep it in mind that these three activities you have to do it with the help of design tab. And which group? Design tab, the group name is customize. Group, then arrow changes. For here, slide size, for background, format background, themes, you can see themes. So in this way, you can customize the slides. This is what so far we have covered. And for word art, so the word art, it's inside the text box. So what you have to do is select the text box, then select the text. Then where you have to go to format tab. And then word art features, word art group, then word art. So this is what we have seen, and in the first class of this chapter we studied about how to create a one simple presentation also. So clear, students? Okay, let's move on to today's portion. Welcome back to today's practical session, dear students. We are working with Microsoft PowerPoint, how to create presentation, right? And we have created a sample presentation, and the things we covered are how to move a slide from one place to another place. Then we studied how to make a duplicate copy of the slide. Then we studied how to delete a slide. So do you remember all these things? That's good. Then also we studied about customizing the slides, like applying a background color, just or giving a theme to the slides and everything. Okay. Then we studied about how to add a word art text. So today we are going to see about how to play the presentation. You have created a wonderful presentation and you should know how to play the presentation to the audience and how to take printout of the presentation. These are the things we are going to cover today. Okay, so let's go to PowerPoint. So shall I open Microsoft PowerPoint? Yes, how to do it? Yes, go to search box and type power. You will get a best match over here. Click on it. Microsoft Office PowerPoint. What I feel is I do not want a new presentation. I would like to work with my existing presentation. Okay, so how to do it? That means I have to open my existing presentation. So how to open a file? Yes, go to File tab. Okay, then open. If you click on open, you can just go to your folder wherever you created and you can see there. Okay, so I think I have created it in under my name. Let me see. Yes, first.pptx. Then can you tell me what is this .pptx? Yes, that is a file extension of Microsoft PowerPoint. Okay, so which will be added automatically. So you can see first.pptx, this is what we created. Components of computer, lab activities to write, what we studied today. See all these things. Okay, components of computer, hardware, software, everything we have studied. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to play the presentation. Play in the sense we're going to run the presentation, okay, to the audience. So when we run it to the audience, it should be a full screen view. It should not be a small page, okay. It should occupy the entire screen. And to play the presentation, there are four methods. There are four methods. The first one is there will be a button, okay. There will be a run button in the quick access toolbar. If you have set, it will be there, otherwise it won't be there. I haven't set that icon over here. Quick access toolbar, okay. So do you know what is meant by quick access toolbar? Yes, I'll tell you. See, quick access means easy access. Okay. Say for example, you have a box, right? And you keep your pencil, pen, and everything inside the box. So where do you keep your box? You will keep it in the place it's easily reachable to you, right? Or do you keep it in your almirah, just to keep it in a locker and lock it? And every time you just open the almirah, then open the locker and then take the box, and after using again open and then keep it inside. Will you do that? No, right? So we always keep things to our reachability, easy access. Okay, and here you can see many comments are here for each tab. If you click on insert tab, you can see many comments. If you click on design tab, you can see many comments. Animation also you can see many. So for each and everything you have a many comments. Okay, so these comments, how do you access the comments? So if you want to access word art, what do you have to do? First you have to go to the insert tab, then you have to go to group called text group, then you have our word art group, then you have to click on the word art icon. So three clickings are there, right? So instead of these three, you can just make a single click. That is a quick access. So how to do it is, say for example, I want to make, let me take insert itself, this picture, right? I want to put it here in the quick access toolbar. So if you want to do that, just go to the particular icon which you want to be in a quick access toolbar. Okay, just keep the cursor and right click on it. Do not click, okay, just keep the cursor and right click on it. When you right click, you can see add to quick access toolbar. Do you see that? Yes, click on it. Now do you see one more icon it's added here? Yes, so hereafter whenever you want to access a picture, add a picture, Just click on this picture icon in the quick access toolbar, immediately the window opens. Similarly, you can do everything. Let me go to home tab. Okay, this new slide. Always I have to go to new slide arrow, slides group and everything, right? I need a quick access. So in this case, what I have to do is keep the cursor there, right click on it, add to quick access toolbar. Now do you see? Another slide, it's easily added. Okay, so this is a way. So let me delete it. Okay, select it and click on delete key. So this is a way we add quick access, we add icons in the quick access toolbar. Okay, so now if you want, you may, if you have a play button for your presentation here in the quick access, you can click there and access. So that is the first method. So what is the first method? The easiest method is using quick access toolbar. Click on the play button in the quick access toolbar, it will play the presentation. So that's the first method. Okay, the second method, it's in your PowerPoint screen in the status bar. Okay, see slide 7 of 10. So which says number of slides I have and which slide I'm in. So if you see the status bar and if you just move on, and you can see the right side, bottom right side, okay, right side of the status bar, you can see the view buttons, 4 view buttons. The last one, keep the cursor. What is it written there? Yes, slideshow, which is written. So let me minimize. I think maybe sometimes my photo will not make you to see that. Okay. Okay. Now, do you see here? Do you see what is written here? Slideshow. So this is a slideshow button, view button. If you click here, you can see the presentation in full screen. Do you see that? So I'm in first slide. How to move it to the next slide? You can just press the right arrow key, otherwise press the space bar. You will move on to next slides. So now the slide is over. Okay, the presentation is over. So if you want to get back to the original screen, okay, main screen, you have to click on the escape key on the. If you press the escape key, you will get back to your original presentation. Clear? So now I'm talking about playing the presentation. As I said, there are 4 ways you can play the presentation. One is using a quick access toolbar. Another one is in the status bar, right side you can see view button. Sorry, right side you can see slideshow button. Click on it, you can run the presentation. Okay. Now third method. Third method is go to the tab called slideshow tab, then start slideshow group, then from beginning icon. So I'm in the first slide. You can see this is what we call it as playing the presentation. So can you tell me how to move on to the next slide? Which keys I can use? Either arrow keys or space bar. Okay. See, space bar. Okay, the presentation is over. Now what I have to do to get back to the main screen? Yes, you have to click on escape key on the. You will get back to the original presentation. So clear for all of you? So how many methods I have explained now? Yes, 3 methods I have explained. So what are the methods? One is using quick access toolbar. Then second method is in the status bar, slideshow button, it's there, click on it. Otherwise, go to slideshow tab, start slideshow group and from beginning icon. If you click, then the presentation will run. You can play the presentation. Is it clear? Okay, so but I said 4 methods, right? Then what would be the next method? Do you have any idea? Yes, it's a shortcut key, which is a shortcut key method. Without the mouse, we can use a shortcut key, which is F5. Function key F5 on the keyboard. Sorry. So if you press the function key F5, it will play. Okay, so that is the 4th method of playing the presentation. Is it clear for everyone? That's good. Now let's see how to take a printout of the presentation. Sometimes you created a presentation and you may need to present it to the audience. So what do you have to do? If you want to present the presentation to the audience, you should be well prepared, right? You cannot see to the slides and you cannot explain things. So in this case, you can just take a printout of your presentation and keep a copy with you. And you can just look over the printed copies of the presentation and you can deliver your speech to the audience. Okay, and sometimes you may want to give a printed copy of the presentation to the audience. In this case also you have to take a printout. So you can go for a custom version of printouts. Okay, now let's see how to take a printout of the presentation. Okay, for that you have to go to Office tab. Okay, so click on it, then go to print option. If you go to print option, you can see three buttons. One is print, quick print and print preview. So print in the sense directly it will take a printout. Okay, so you may need to you should have connected a printer with your computer, then you will get a printout. So let me click here. When I click, you can see a print dialog box appears, right? So in this dialog box, what you have to do is you have to just choose which page you want to print or how many copies and everything you have to do. Here I'm not going to take a printout, so let me cancel here. Okay, then if I let me go to this Office tab again, then go to print, and if you go to print and just go to print preview. Okay, so what is print preview? Print preview is nothing but how does the printed copy will look like. It is called preview. Before taking the printout, you can see how does the page will look like. Okay, so that is called print preview, and if you go to print preview, you can see the slide, how does it looks like. Okay, and when you take a printout, you have to decide in which format you want to take a printout. Okay, whether you need only the slides or only the content, or you need also the notes and everything, that you have to decide. How does the print should appear? That means, I mean the layout of the printout also you have to define. Okay, that is what we are going to see now. There are four types of layouts. There are four types of layouts in print, especially in PowerPoint. Okay, the first one it's a slides. First one it's called full slide. The entire slide, whatever you have designed, everything will come as it is. That is called full slide. Okay, the second one it's called notes page. Notes page in the sense, for example, see here I have written some notes. Do you see this is a notes area? In this notes area I have written some clue for this slide. It's about activities students to do in their notebook. So that is a notes I have written for my own understanding. In a single line I have written. Okay, and if you see here, it's a what is the notes I have written? Conclusion of the slide of the class. So it is the conclusion of one particular class I have done. So likewise, and here what is the slide? The notes I have written hardware parts of a computer. Okay, so likewise you can just go out and do a notes. So when you take a printout, either you can just take only this entire page, otherwise you can just along with this notes also you can notes page also you can take a printout. That is called notes area. The first one is the full slide. It's the first type of layout. The second one it's a notes page which will display the notes also. Okay, then third one, handouts. Handouts in the sense which will display all the slides with a small thumbnail, and only the content will be written there. You can see that. Within a page you can cover everything. No need of taking all these slides. Okay, so one single page which has a thumbnail of all the slides and only the content what we have written you can see. That is called handouts. Then last one it's a outline. Okay, the next one is outline. So this outline prints overall slides, overall slide. Okay, layout of the slide. Clear? So I'll show you each four layouts. Okay, for that let me go to Office tab, then print. Don't click on it, okay? Office tab, print preview, and this print preview, if you go to print preview, you can see page setup. Here you can see print what do you want to print? I want to print slides. So when I choose a slides, full slides, you can see only the slides. So next page, see, next page, likewise it goes on. So you can take a printout of all the slides as it is. Okay. The second method is handouts. So handouts, see how does the handouts looks like? This is a handouts. Okay, so let me go to the second pattern of handout, 2 pages per slide. So you can see 2 pages are displayed over here. This is handouts. Then third one, notes page. Let me take notes page. So if you take a notes page, you can see the notes what we have written. Also you can see. But did you see the notes with a slides layout? With the slides layout, you won't see the notes. Do you see the notes? No, only the slide it's displayed. But if you go to notes page, you can see the notes also you can see. Okay. Now let's see the fourth one, outline. So in the outline, you can see the small thumbnail. You can see the thumbnail of all the slides and with the content. Okay. So it is just only one page. Clear, students? So this is all about the layouts, print layouts. Okay. So can you tell me how many layouts are there? 4 layouts. What are they? Full slide. Second one, notes page, outline, then handouts. So these are the 4 layouts. Clear? That's good. Okay. Then how to take a printout? This is a preview I'm seeing. Okay. Let me click on close print preview. And if you want to take a printout, go to Office tab, print, click on print, and just select the printer type and then what type of color print or what print you need. You can choose, see the color, grayscale, pure, black and white, whatever you need, you can choose it. Okay. And click on OK button. The print you will get a printout. Clear, students? So this is all about the chapter. Okay, students, let me talk about the shortcut keys. Okay, let me list out one by one. Okay, so in order to create a duplicate copy of a particular slide, you have to use a shortcut key Control plus D. Okay, so let me select the slide, Control and D key together. Do you see another duplicate copy it's created? Yes, right? Okay, so to delete a slide, Control plus X. See, I don't want this slide. So Control X, the slide is deleted. We are talking about only the shortcut keys. Then copy paste. Instead of copy paste, the very shortcut method is duplication. Control plus D. Okay. Then how to move a slide from one place to another place? Using click and drag. See, click and then I am dragging it and putting it to the right down, the last slide. Okay. Then to run the presentation, F5 key. To play the presentation, F5 key is the shortcut key. And to create a new slide, you can use Control plus M. So here, let me click here, and after this, I need a new slide. Okay. Control M. Oh my God. The next one, to add a new slide, Control plus M. See, I have clicked over here. Let me press Control M. You can see another slide it's added. Okay, Control plus M, it's for adding a new slide. Clear? Okay, then what is the next thing? Only these many things we have studied, right? Then undo and redo. Undo in the sense just reverting back the changes. So what is the last activity I have done? I added this slide. That means I want to remove it. I do not want it. So what I have to do? Control plus Z. It's an undo activity. Clear? Then for print, if you want to take a printout, Control plus P. You can see the print window appears. Okay. Then if you want to save the presentation, Control plus S. It is, you can see it is processing. It is already saved, so it is again saving. If it's the first time you're saving, and when you press Control plus S, then you will get a Save As dialog box. There you have to enter the name of the file. Clear? So these are the shortcut keys we have studied, and two more shortcut keys also given in your text, which is to select the group objects. So group means many, right? Not one, many, more than two, more than one. It's called group. So if say for example, let me take this slide. This slide, I have a components of computer, I have a flower, and I have a project done by Mangai. So I have three objects over here, 1, 2, 3. So for a group selection, you have to use Control plus G key together. Control plus G key together for a group selection. I'm not doing it because which is not working in my 2007 version. Okay, I think it is a added feature with the 2013 version. And if you do not want, you already selected using Control plus G, group selection of objects. And if you want to revert it back, you have to use the shortcut key Control plus Shift plus G. Is it clear? That's good, students. Okay, this is all about the chapter. I hope everyone is clear with this PowerPoint presentation. Am I right? That's good. Let's go and do the exercise questions. Okay, so all of you take your computer text and go to page number 59. Students, let us do the exercise questions. So all of you take your text, page number 59, and a pencil. Okay, so take a pencil to do the fill in the blanks. So let me make it in big screen. So for that, let me play the presentation slide. Okay. Okay. Do you see the slide? Yes. Fill in the blanks. The question number 1 is dash slides will work best with wide screen monitors and projectors. So which type of screen? Under customizing the slides, we have seen this. Okay. So what type of slides? For big screens, for projectors and all, we have to use. The answer is in the question itself. The answer is wide screen. Okay. The first fill in the blanks answer is wide screen. Okay. Then all slides in a presentation use a dash color background. All slides in a presentation use a dash color background. So when you just open a PowerPoint, all the slides are containing what color background they are containing? That's good. They are containing white color background. So the answer for second question is white. Clear? Okay. The third one, click dash to apply the same background style to all the slides in your presentation. See, the question is you have selected a particular background style. You have selected a particular background style, and if you just click OK button, that particular style will be applied to only that particular slide. If you want to apply it to the entire presentation, okay, then which key you have to press on? Which option you have to click? Yes, apply to all. Click on apply to all to apply the same background style to all the slides in the presentation. Okay, the next one, a theme is a dash combination of colors, fonts, effects that can quickly change the look and feel of your entire slideshow. Actually, I thought of just telling this one, a theme. So we apply some themes, right? Either you can just select a background color and apply it. The first method is you can just select any background color or any texture you can select, or any patterns you can gradient fill, or pictures you can apply by your own. That is first method. The second method is you can apply a theme. If you go to design tab and under theme styles, you can see so many themes are there. Okay, you can apply any theme. So what is this theme means? The theme, it's a predefined color. Okay, predefined color, texture, text and everything. It's already defined. Predefined means somebody it's already designed it already. Okay, you can just pick up and apply it. But in a background color, you are choosing each and every one, right? Okay, but here some designs are already predefined. So that has a combination of colors, fonts, effects and everything. You can apply directly to the slides. So a theme is a predefined. So the answer for fourth one is predefined combination of colors. A dash style will automatically apply several effects to your text at once. So several automatically apply several effects to the text. So then it's a word art text. The answer is word art text. Okay. Then state whether true or false. The slide navigation pan makes it easy to organize the slides. True. Left side you have a slide navigation pan. Using this you can make a copy, delete it, move it from one place to another. So you can do all type of organizing the slides. So it is true. Second one, it is not easy to change the order of your slide. Is it not easy? Easy, right? Just click and drag it, that's all. So it is false. We can copy and paste a slide quickly by using a duplicate slide option. Yes, instead of this copy and paste, you can go for a duplicate slide. So here, third one, it's also answered true. Fourth one, we cannot change the background style for some or all of your slides. No, we can change it for some slides or all the slides. So it is false. A theme can be applied to the entire presentation. Yes, of course we can apply. So answer it's true. Okay. Let's see the correct. Choose the correct answer. Changing the slide size option is available under the dash tab. Changing the slide size. So slide size, background, theme, everything is under design tab. The answer is design tab. Okay. A dash style automatically applies several effects to your text at once. Just we have seen it's a word art text. Okay. Then the dash key of the keyboard it's used to exit the presentation mode. So you're running the presentation and if you want to come out of the presentation it's called exit, which is called exit. So which one is helpful? Yes, escape key. ESC means escape key. Okay. Then to play the slideshow, press the dash key from the keyboard. Shortcut key for running or playing the presentation is F5. The dash option of the print layout prints thumbnail version of each slide with optional space for notes. So thumbnail, when I say thumbnail, then it's handouts only. Handouts only provides the thumbnail of each slides with the notes. Clear? So this is all about the exercise questions. Then answer the following. I will send it today itself. Whatever I send, please copy that in your computer notebook, students. Okay, students, that's all for today's class. And I'm planning for a test paper for this chapter. Okay, so probably maybe on this Sunday. So those who ever feel that it is okay, that's good, well and good. And if you feel Sunday it's not okay to write a test paper, you please just send a text message. Okay, if majority of the students sends, then I will change the date of the test. But I won't just remove the test paper. Okay, definitely I will conduct the test paper. The date I will change it. What I'm feeling is Saturday you can study and Sunday you can write the test paper. If anybody have a concern on writing test paper on Sunday, or if you have any urgent work on Sunday, please let me know. If it is very less for them, I will change the date. For the remaining students, it will be on Sunday. And if I'm not getting any reply from students, I will conduct it on Sunday itself. So study this chapter thoroughly and get ready for the test paper. Thank you, students. Have a great day. Stay home, stay safe.